Team, let's continue with our 5-part series on what courage means to your success. We covered 3 perspectives yesterday. We're going to cover 2 more of my perspectives today. Let's start with number 4. Perspective number 4 is you got to show up. You're going to have days, certainly, that are easier than others. You're going to have days that are littered with, as we all experience, challenge and barriers and things that are really going to push you hard to make it through each day. And as you wrap up the current day and you think about what is ahead tomorrow, you have to remind yourself, and when you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror, you have to absolutely be all in, and you show up by being your biggest fan. Along with being your biggest fan is you have to listen to your inner voice. We all know, again, when the going gets tough and you're starting to hear those voices of, hey, maybe you need to push back. Maybe you need to pause what you're doing today. Maybe you think you're going to, you know what? I won't do this today. I'll take care of it tomorrow. Listen, don't let that inner voice detract you and pull you away from those priorities and those things that you know you absolutely have to accomplish today to keep the momentum turning and to keep yourself moving forward. Last element of showing up really is trust. Not trust in somebody else, not trust in your teammates, or not trust in anyone else. I'm talking about the trust in yourself. Because showing up, actually jumping into the arena, when you know it's probably a fight, a battle you don't want to get into today, it is going to be the trust, which is the self-confidence you have in your skills and your capabilities to actually know without a doubt that you are going to be successful in your endeavors today, even though you may have a few battles on your hand. It is going to be that trust and self-confidence in yourself that pushes you forward and allows you to show up. Perspective number 5 is setbacks. Listen, you need to learn and learn rapidly, learn quickly, but then you need to leave behind that lesson. You need to leave behind yesterday and last week. Setbacks are a gift, and you have to see them as a gift. A failure, a setback, a challenge, it gives you the opportunity to gain some very quick perspective, some valuable perspective, to really assess and understand what is it that didn't go right in that situation, in that moment. Learn from it. But then you have to learn and leave it. Don't go back and revisit anything that's behind you, whether that was yesterday or last week or last month. You need to learn and leave. Another element of setbacks is, think about when you get up each and every morning. I don't know what you have for breakfast. Maybe it's Cheerios, maybe it's Wheaties, maybe you fry some eggs. But here's what I want you to think about. I want you to add one more element of something to your diet every morning, and that is challenge, setbacks, opportunity. I want you to eat that for breakfast every single morning. Because listen, if you start the day knowing that you're going to have something that is going to potentially fall off the tracks or begin heading off the tracks or become unfavorable in one way or another, if you are prepared and you know setbacks, you're going to have them today. You're going to have them today because you eat challenge, you eat setbacks for breakfast. You know it's just another day in the trenches, and it isn't going to slow you down a bit. You're going to tackle that challenge, and you're going to keep moving forward. One last element of setbacks is I want you to stand up in the storm. Don't hunker down. We're not talking about a hurricane here, although maybe it's a good analogy to think about. But listen, don't hunker down in the storm, and the storm being that day, that moment, that meeting, that workshop, that engagement where you know the storm is a brewing. Now you're in the eye of the storm. Don't hunker down and stay quiet. and step back, that's the time. And it's those times that are going to absolutely provide you with more capabilities and more trust and more self-confidence that regardless of what that challenge is, regardless of what that storm is, you can handle it, you can manage it, and you can do it successfully. So don't hunker down in that storm. Walk right into the eye of it. Open your arms and say, come on in, because you are ready to drive right through it. So those are my 2 additional perspectives today in part 2 of our 5-part series, and that is showing up in setbacks. So digest the best of it. Send me some feedback, some quick comments. Let's have a great engagement. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Have a fabulous weekend. We'll get back at it again on Monday.